YouTube and welcome to another video. You join me, it's episode number 14 of my Prepping Figure 2020 vlogging series, and you join me for another week of prepping madness. We are now less than 10 weeks out from our first show and less than 14 weeks out from our second show. It has been a great week since I last seen you. It's been a roller coaster of a week, but I feel like that's going to be a common theme from now on. Some days are amazing and I feel on top of the world and I feel strong and I don't feel hungry and I feel focused and motivated. And some days, like the next day, it will change like a switch. I feel really meh, really tired, fatigued, hungry, moody, and yeah, it's just been a whirlwind of emotions the last couple of days, but I'm freaking loving the process, enjoying the process every single step. So yeah, you are here, you are joining me. We are gonna do a full day today and probably a little cheeky half day tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, and I weighed in this morning at 63.6. which isn't the lowest. I have been 63.5 yesterday, which is fucking madness, like absolute madness. My weight is dropping off, and Callum is really, really happy. We had our check-in, I had my check-in back a couple of days ago with him, and he's really happy. And do you know what he mentioned? It's getting me through, I'm not gonna lie. He mentioned the R word, free feed. He said that if weight continues to drop off like this, then I might get a refeed. I'm about starving myself for the next. No, I'm joking. So yeah, Callum's really happy, I'm really happy. Yesterday was such a meh day for me. It was a rest day and I just had one of those days, and I'm having some of those days at the moment where I finished my calories at 4 o'clock. What am I doing? And then I had to wait until this morning at 8:30 to eat again, which was not ideal, but every single fucking box got ticked yesterday, whether I felt like it or not. And that's just how we roll here on this channel. So give the video a like if you haven't already, which you have or should have, because it's already been like 10 seconds. Why have you not liked the video yet? And subscribe if you haven't already. Yeah, we are about to go and hit a upper body session. It's a push to focus day, a little bit of back in there as well. Yeah, let's go, let's roll. It's been a busy morning. I've literally done my clients, done my cardio, done my calls, and now it's time to chill. I say chill, for me chilling is going gym. I'm in a good mood today. Let's rock this out.
If you can't find the time, my bleeding heart will make it. 'Cause I don't have, 'cause I don't have, 'cause I don't have, 'cause I don't have the time, 'cause I don't have, 'cause I don't have, 'cause I don't have the time.
got a Skinny Foods order through the post today, which I'm super excited about because my other one is getting low. So I got some restocks and I got some new things to try. One of them being the pancake mix. At the moment I use a different pancake mix, so I'm super excited to start using the Skinny Foods one. 27 calories per pancake. I will be having those later and trying them out for sure. 3 packets of those. Then we got another one of the spreads. This time we got the white chocolate. I've tried this already and oh my god guys, it actually is really nice. It tastes like Milky Bar. Then we have got the absolute favourite smoky barbecue stock up. And another one of the garlic and herb. Again, these are so good. Them two are probably my 2 favourite savouries. I got a ketchup to try. Gonna be interesting because I am the ketchup queen normally. And then we got, amazing, they sent me another barbecue. They know, they bloody know. Okay, banoffee, shock, let me guess, more banoffee? Sticky toffee pudding, looking forward to trying that one. That's a new one for me. This is a new one, maple and cinnamon. I love cinnamon, so I can imagine that, oh my god, that's gonna be so nice on my pancakes later. And then another banoffee. I knew there was another one. And then what we got here? Oh, toffee apple. Interesting. I must have requested that, but that's going to be nice. So thank you, Skinny Foods. I will put my new discount code on the screen now. So it's changed from the buy 4 get free. Now you can get free shipping with Georgie free ship, of course. So check the link in the box below and get ordering, guys. Bangin'. Good morning YouTube. It is actually the next day now. I just kind of finished the video yesterday after my workout because I didn't really do much for the rest of the day. It was a pretty boring day. I had my lashes redone and then I just came home and worked on the computer, had another like 2 meals and then went to bed. So just nothing to really film. So I thought it'd be better to pick up the camera this morning and do like another half day today, a double day. It is now Wednesday. It is already like 8:30 and I have been up. I have done my cardio, which I didn't feel the need to film. You guys know what it looks like. It's 35 minutes on the Stairmaster. It was a tough one, but I did wake up at a new low this morning, which was 63.4, which is just nuts. Did some midweek check-ins, which I will leave here. This is how I'm looking this morning. I'm pleased. I think I have had my time of the month this week and it kind of just makes me feel a bit shit and a bit bloated around my midsection, but weight is still going down and yeah, obviously it's just life, isn't it? So yeah, I'm super happy. I've just got a little bit of work to do this morning and then I am gonna have some breakfast. Today, I would normally, if I'm training, which is today, I am training legs today, I would normally have my first meal and then I would train at like 11, 12, but I'm actually going down to Cornwall to see my dad today, so what I'm gonna do is have a smaller breakfast, come home, see my dad, come home, have a pre-workout meal and then go to the gym. So it's gonna be a little bit different this morning, which is exciting. Same sort of food groups, it's not that exciting. Breakfast is done and I am never going to get over that combo of the pancakes with the yogurt and the cereal. Like, oh my god, I actually love that meal. It's amazing. However, we're going to get into the Q&A section of the video. You guys asked me some really good questions over on my Instagram, so thank you very much. It was actually quite hard to pick between them, but I've got a couple on them on my phone and I'm going to answer them. That's how we do it here at Q&A. You ask the questions, I make the answers. So let's start off with an obvious one. What made you want to get into prep/competing? You look insane, by the way. Thank you, first of all. Second of all, competing is something which I never thought I would do, I guess. Like, I obviously got into weight training like a normal person, I guess. Like, I obviously started going to the gym 4 or 5 years ago, and I used to eat a chocolate bar. I used to read how many calories was on the chocolate bar, and then I used to run it on the treadmill. Like, I never started out this to compete. I only really got into competing, and I was only really exposed to the industry when I moved to Exeter. So what, 3 years ago? I worked in a gym and I met some amazing people. One of my really good friends, Carly, I remember actually, I worked in my first ever gym that I was working at. She must have been prepping for a competition. I think it was, yeah, it must have been like one of her first competitions. And I remember her coming in and I remember looking at her and being like, wow, she looks incredible. And we didn't really know each other that well, but I would go in and watch her posing routine and I would kind of help her, and she'd be like, right, okay, you need to be like quarter turn to the right. So I'd be like, I'd be sat there like watching her like in awe, like quarter turn to the right. And then obviously as I made friends around here, the more I kind of heard about competing, and I would go and watch Carly's shows, and then obviously I knew a few of the other people, and that's kind of how my interest started. But I always said, there is absolutely no way that I will ever compete because I just do not have the self-discipline. And that is honestly the only thing that's really stopped me previous to this. I mean, I think like a year ago I was like this close, but I just thought, nah, I feel like a lot of people get into it way too quickly, and a lot of people will always regret their first show, as in they wish they waited to build a little bit more mature muscle before they did it. So even though I feel like I might do that this year, I might look back at this year and be like, gee, you should have waited another year, you should have waited another 2 years, like shows will always be there. I feel like I kind of already have, because I initially wanted to do this like 2 years ago, but then I was like, no, you haven't got the self-discipline, and also like you'll probably regret it because you won't be big enough. So yeah, I guess what really, every fucking time I video. Okay, that was the police. Nothing bad, but wasn't the postman. Anyway, wow, I feel a little bit off track now. I didn't do anything wrong, don't worry. Getting into competing, yes. So the thing that really switched the switch for me was my IIFYM diet. If you follow me on Instagram for a while, then you will know that last year I did a cut for IIFYM. I went with my friends. In the back of my head, I knew that that was like my little test of self-discipline to see whether I could do it, because I kind of knew that if I did it and I was successful and I was happy, then I would go on to compete this year. So that was the main thing that wanted to get me into competing. I fucking love bodybuilding. I've watched a lot of PCA shows. That's the federation that I am competing in. And yeah, it just excites me. I remember watching the shows last year, kind of knowing in the back of my head that this year would be my year, and I can't believe I'm gonna be the one on stage. Like, what the hell? It's just so random. Well, it's not random, it's just overwhelming. So yeah, that's how I got into competing. Do you worry about the mental after effects when you finish your show? Yes. To be honest, this is one of the biggest things for me, kind of that post-show anxiety. I am worried about post-show, I'm not gonna lie. However, I feel like by me identifying that I'm worried about post-show, and that I know that a lot of things can go wrong post-show, because I've seen it a million times. I obviously, like I said, I have friends in the industry and I follow a lot of people on social media, and post-show binging, getting an eating disorder, putting on loads of weight, like bulimia, post-show depression, like this shit is so real, and it is something that you really, really have to consider, because for me, I've never suffered with binge eating, or I've never had any sort of eating disorder, And honestly, if I did, I don't think I would ever do this, because it's just not sensible. However, I do worry about post-show. Obviously, when you are working so hard towards a goal for such a long time, like this is gonna be 6 months of my life, and I'm working towards this one day, these 2 days, and my life has so much purpose right now. And I know that sounds crazy because it's just a prep, but every single thing I'm doing right now is towards one goal. So as soon as that is done, and that is no longer a goal, it's going to be really hard for me to not be as focused, I think, to be as focused. I think for me the main thing is going to be that this is a sport. I've got to remember that this is a sport, and it's not just one show and then you think, cool, I did it, I did a show, awesome, let's go back to normal. I've got to think of this as, even the post show is still, you still got to work hard, you still got to be self-disciplined. And I feel like by having Callum, my coach, who I will continue to work with after my show, and just knowing and being aware that post-show is going to be tough, I think that's going to be the only thing I can do. Obviously, I'm never going to know what's going to happen post-show. I'm not going to lie, after Ibiza, I was a massive dick, and I did regret how much food I ate. I didn't measure it, I didn't track it, I just did whatever I wanted. And to be honest, I was uncomfortable with how I was feeling a month, 2 months, 3 months after Ibiza, and that was a little bit of a shock to the system. And I feel like just by me having that post cutting like malarkey, I've got that feeling in the back of my head as well. So I'm hoping with the right tools, the right mindset, I'm going to be fine post show. But yes, it's something that worries me, I'm not going to lie. Next question, how much has all of your prep cost? I did a video back, like when I first started this prepping series, on estimating how much prep was going to cost me. I can happily say that prep is going to cost me more than I initially thought. There's lots of little variables and lots of little costs that all come in. I'm not going to lay my cards on the table. I sound like I'm on some sort of dating show. I'm not going to be like, this is how much prep's going to cost me, because I'm still 10 weeks out, 14 weeks out. So I'm just going to quickly run through some of the main things that have already been paid for, and I've kind of already know in definite this is how much it's going to cost me. So coaching is going to cost me £1,100, but Callum is a long-term investment for me. I don't think I will finish with Callum for a very long time. I will be staying with him for the foreseeable future. So I don't really look at that as a prep cost, even though it is a big prep cost. For me, he's just my coach now, whatever I'm doing. So yeah, 1,100 for that. My posing I've been doing with Emma Hyman. I have been traveling up to Birmingham to see her, which is obviously quite expensive in fuel. I'm not going to count that, but the posing itself and the routine that she is putting together for me for my routine is going to cost me £805. Bikini, that's done and that's paid for. That was £420 because I went for the Shursorski. That's definitely not how you say it. Crystals. So that could have been a little bit cheaper, but I thought, get the nice crystals. Then you have got the entries into the show. So it was 35 quid to be part of the PCA. It was 30 quid to enter my first show, and it was 85 quid to enter my second show because it is being run at Body Power, which means that basically you have to have a Body Power ticket to compete. So that's £105, £115 plus my 35 quid to be in PCA. Tan is £70 a go. I'm doing 2 shows, so that's £140. Then you have your hair and your makeup, which is £88 per time, £175. Bikini, we've done. Jewellery, £80. Shoes, £50. Hotel for Body Power, £150. I've also had to have my bloods done with Callum just to make sure that all my health checks are in point before we go deeper into a deficit. That cost me £150. So yeah, as you can see, it's already racking up, and that's not even all of the costs yet, to be honest. There's still going to be other things like nails, like Eyelashes. There's going to be loads of shit. But yeah, as you can see, it's already racking up. The posing is a lot. That was something that I knew I was going to be spending a lot on, but when I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, that was actually quite expensive. But so worth it. So worth it. That's my one tip. Not that I can really give out tips because it's my first show and I haven't even done it yet. But get a posing coach, invest into posing. I will do a full video at the end of prep on how much it cost me. Next question. Are you nervous about when prep gets real deep? E.g. poverty calories, lethargic, etc, etc, like complete exhaustion. Yes, I'm fucking nervous. I am, like, for me, it's like this is such unknown territory. Like every single day I feel so different. Like I feel like I have bipolar now. Like one day I'll be buzzing my fucking tits off, and then the next day I will feel so shit and I will feel tired and I will feel like, why am I doing this? And things will just feel really tough. And then I can wake up the next day and I will literally be so happy and so excited and motivated, and I just know that things are going to get worse. Like I was reading about extreme hunger, like on somebody's Instagram that has competed like loads of times, and then I was thinking the other day, I don't think I've even experienced extreme hunger yet. Like I have been hungry, don't get me wrong, like yeah, I've been hungry, but have I been that hungry? Like I'll probably look back at how hungry I am now and be like, gee, you weren't even hungry. So yeah, I wouldn't say I am nervous, but I'm more like apprehensive on like, this is such unknown territory and I really don't know what to, even though I do know what to expect and I've seen it with other people, everyone's different. And yeah, I guess that's just the really exciting thing about prep. All I'm trying to do is enjoy every single day and enjoy the process. Because everybody says your first prep is the best because you don't really know what's going to happen and everything is also new. So yes, I'm nervous, yes, I'm apprehensive, but bring it the fuck on. So yeah, I hope that covers some of the answers. I will definitely do another one of these again in the series at some point, maybe when I'm deeper into prep. I'm going to be doing a podcast in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to launch my own podcast. This is what I mean about productivity. You just get shit done when you're on prep. So that will be launching in the next couple of weeks, and I will be doing a Q&A for prep over on my podcast so that I can go into even more detail, because you guys will just be listening to my voice if any of you actually want to do that. This has gone on for way too long. I need to leave to go and drive to my dad's and have a coffee with him. So I will catch you in a bit. Work is done for a couple of hours. I am going to head to the gym now and train legs, but I'm going to wrap up this video here. I really hope you enjoyed this week's episode. You will be watching this and I will be 9.5 weeks out from my first comp and 13.5 weeks out from my second competition. I feel so weird, I feel so apprehensive, and I feel so excited / nervous. It's just been another week of ticking boxes. Really, nothing else to report. Again, thank you so much for all your support. Next week you will join me and we will have the same kind of fun. Who knows? Leave me some comments on what you want to see on this channel. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A section. But yeah, that is all from me this week, guys. Thank you very much. See you all soon. Good night, goodbye, God bless. 9.5 weeks out, baby.